Because I prophesy now, those bones, those dry bones shall live again. Dry bones shall live again. Some of you, as you sow your 20, you say, listen, look at the beads. These are the beads. I'm praying on them. I'm wearing the beads. You are seeing. I will send them to you. Put in an envelope, send it to you. These are the beads. There's some that are coming to you. Yes. They say, can these bones live? And Ezekiel says, man of God, so what can we do? Ezekiel says, prophesy. Prophesy for these bones, so these bones should live. Prophesy. I told you these are the anointed beasts. Some touching. I blow the air. This is what I do. For 1 week, I'll be touching and praying and holding it. When you wear it, those that are wearing it, I'm telling you, there's a lady that wore this anointed beads. She was in America for 10 years. They didn't give her a green card. 10 years, no green card. She wore this beads for 1 week. She wrote to me, that man of God, they called me. After 1 week, they say, come, this is your green card problem. What is your problem? She says, no, I've been applying for green card. They're not giving me green card. They said, which green card? Yes, your green card. Take your green card. They gave her the green card. She called me and said, man of God, can you imagine? This is unbelievable. A green card that I've been applying for 10 years in America. Nobody has been calling me. Nobody ever called me that office. They told me that I should never ever call them. But they called me and they told me, come and collect the green card. I came and collected the green card. After she wore this anointed bead for 1 week. The husband that was not working. The husband has not been working for about 7 years. The husband has not been working, having small jobs. After she wore this, I said, wear this anointed beads. You see that man will change. The man came back with a job. The man came and said, I found a job. I'm not working. I'm working now. I have a job. After 7 years. Narabanda. I'm touching it anointed. The Bible says, handkerchief and aprons. I'm touching it. So you're tuned to this seed. I'm touching it to go to your hands, to touch your hands. It's my power. The power. I wear it and I sleep. I wear it with this. I sleep. I sleep with it. Get up in the morning. I start seeing dreams. Whoever wears this, you wear one of these. Whoever wears it. Handkerchief and aprons. Came from the body of Paul. We say prophesy, mine arrive. Yes, man arrive. Fidelis says man arrive. Glory. I'm telling you, I DHL it to you. It take 3 days. 3 days is in your house. Share. Share. Is it? This is what I do. I wear it like this. After I wear it, I start to sleep. I see dreams. I see the power is there. I see when I test it, I see this power is there. I put it in an envelope. I said, a man called me and told me, man of God. I said, what is it? He said, my medical practice is about to close because the insurance company is supposed to pay me all the medical bill. My medical bill I sent to the insurance company. More than 5 million rands. He told me I'm a medical doctor. He told me I don't believe in prophets. But this situation is serious. I said, what situation? He says, I've not been paid my medical bill now. It's about 6 months. They owe him like 6 million rand. And the medical company took lawyers to go and defend in court to say they're not going to pay a cent, that they're not paying because his business is not right. They're not going to pay him. He had no lawyer. He says, I don't have money. I don't have lawyers. Now I'm trying to gather money with some friends so that we can get a lawyer to even go and defend us in court. The medical company is the biggest medical company in Africa. The biggest medical company. I told him, take this anointed beads, go and sit in that court. Inside the court, when he was sitting inside the court, that same day, the judge proclaimed and said that medical company must pay every cent, every morning. They pay him that money within 1 week. He came and wrote me and said, man of God. I said, what is it? He said, I've been very busy. I said, what happened? He said, man of God, money has come. Lots of money. She said, my employees are not paid. Things are not fine. I've been so busy trying to manage this money because it's a lot of money that they've paid me. Ebon Antonio, powerful, powerful, powerful. Somebody says powerful, Ebon Antonio. Jehovah, Jehovah. One boy wore this anointed bead, was in a plane crash. The plane was about to crash. The plane was making the air like that, going down, losing altitude. He remembered that was wearing this anointed bead. He held the beat like that, started praying, held the beat, started praying. He said after a while, the pilot says, I don't know what happened to this plane. The plane just stabilized and started flying like this. The low altitude that was flying like this until the plane landed in the United States. This from Africa. It came from the stones. These are the stones of the mountain that I prayed. These are stones. This is what you are seeing. The Bible says God told Moses, He says, remove your shoes from the stone that you are standing, the rock you are standing. Remove your shoe. So for the place that you are standing is holy ground. Told Moses. Listen, let me. Who can I call now? Who can I call? Rashida. I don't know who can I call now, just to pray for you, just to give you a prophetic word. Look, I want to talk about Abraham. I'll be calling. I'm finding a name. I'll be calling. Abraham. Some of you learn something about Abraham you've never learned before. Abraham. Prophetic word for me. Prophetic words. Stay. I will give you Kingsley, all of them. And see your words. Stay. Make sure you're sharing. Don't just make sure you share. Don't just say I want a prophecy. Don't just share. I told you. Abraham. Yes. The father of faith. Yes, the father of faith. So do you know why God called Abraham the father of faith? Let me tell you who Abraham was. Abraham was born in a place called Ur. Ur was a Chaldean. Was born in a place called Ur. U-R. That's where Abraham was born. Was born in a place called Ur. U-R. He's powerful. That's where Abraham was born. And then Abraham moved. Where is this person? Share on Facebook. Yeah, share Tendai. Abraham's parents, when Abraham was about a teenager, Abraham's parents, they moved to a place that's called Aram. They moved to a place called Aram. And when they moved to a place called Aram, Abraham's parents started making idols. They started making idols. When they started making idols, Abraham was helping the father to make those idols, carve idols. Started selling the idols. Yes. Prayers. Who want prayers? Please pray for me, man of God. Eyes of the scorpion. Yes, Florence, I'll pray for you. Yes, share. Begin to share. So Abraham moved from Ur to Aram. And in Aram, the father and Abraham, they started the business of making idols and selling it. Idols were little shapes and things. And they were selling it. So that place was called Aram. So because Abraham was known in that place for so, that means everybody knows him. He became like the master of making idols. Because he became like the master of making idols, the people called him like he's like the father. He's like, they were the one that started that place. It's like the city noticed him and they started calling him father of Aram. Eye of the scorpion. Who is following me? They started calling him father of Aram. In Hebrew, it's called Avram. It's called Avram. Avraham means Av means father. Aram means Aram. So they joined the two where they call him father of Aram. Yes. So it's called Avram. This is it here. Av means father. Of Aram. So in English, they call it Abram. So in English, this is how they call it. Abram. But it's Avram in Hebrew. It means good teaching. Yes. Pray for me. God bless you. Yes. Austin's Church, I'll pray for you. Some of you are sending messages. Yes. Share. So it means father of idol worshipping. That's what it means. His names mean. Father of idol worshipping. Father of the idol's place of making idol. Avram. That's why Abraham could not have children. That's why Abraham, he when he married Sarah, he could not have children because his name means father of idol worshiping, and God doesn't want idol worshiping. And Abraham was a wise man. That's why God told Abraham, he says, don't stay in this place because you're already a father in this place. He says, leave your father, leave your mother, leave everything. I will take you to a place. Follow me and I will take you to a place I promise you. The Bible says, when Abraham heard that, because his name was Avram, he moved everything and he went with his wife. Yes. He's powerful. And he took the wife Sarai. So Sarai, I'll tell you how Sarai is spelled. So Sarai is spelled like this. In Hebrew means Sarai. This is Sarai. But Sarai has got a problem. He took the wife. So Avram could not have a child because his name means father of idol worshiping. Avram. His wife was married. He married to a wife called Sarai. Sarai's name has a problem. That's why I tell some people that you must make sure you check your name because the name has got the meaning. The name has got portals that are open. There's a letter. This letter that you see here, although it looks like J, this letter is actually called the Yod in Hebrew. It's called the Yod. The Yod. So it's pronounced Yah. Yah. The problem with that Yod in Hebrew, that Yod is the smallest letter in Hebrew. But the Yod means to shrink. Yod means to shrink. So the reason Sarai could not have a child because her name means to shrink. So for you to have a child, you need to expand. But because her name was saying that shrink, there's a letter that says shrink. That Yod was saying shrink, to contract. She couldn't conceive a child. Because each time the child will be in his stomach, the child, instead of the child to grow, the child will be dying. The child will be going smaller and smaller until the child will die. That's why the Bible says Sarah was 100 years old, had no child. Prophesy, man of God. Florence is going to teach Papa. Prophesy. Kingsley say prophesy. I'll be prophesying. Share something you're not sharing. I want to see you sharing. Share like to 20 people, 30 people because this is powerful. This message is coming from the realm of God. Realm of God. Some of you don't know that. The realm of God. There's no book. Yes, there's no book that can tell you this. So because that letter, that Yod, that Y, that Yah, is called a Yod in Hebrew. It means to shrink. Sarah could not have a child. That's why God had to change their names. Because when God saw Abraham, he saw Sarai. He says, no, these people can never have a child because of their name. Some of you need to change your names. And that's why there's a message I've done, meaning of your name. Some of you need to find the meaning of your name because there's some letters in your name that you need to change or you need to move around. So what did God do? God first looked at Sarai. God says, Sarai, I'll change your name. I will take out the Yod. I'll take out the Yod out of your name. That Y, that Yod, that's causing problem. And I'll add the Hey. Letter H, the Hey, is called in Hebrew the Hey. So instead of calling you Sarai, I was calling you Sarah. So God changed her name to Sarah. So God took out the Yod. He took out the Y, the Yo. He took out the Yod. He added H. God took out Yod and added Hey. This is called Hey in Hebrew. And called it Sarai. Sarah means mother, prince from above, or mother from above. That's why the Bible says she's called mother of many. David, I see you. Some of you begin to multiply after this message. Blessing will come to you after this message. Increase will come to you after this message. When God took out the Yod, he gave Sarai. But they said, I'll give Sarai the Hey. And then when he took the name of Avram, which is Abram, and he called it Abraham. He added a Hey, an H. So it became Abraham. So now we have a thing. You've got, God now says, I'm adding a Ha in Abraham. So it became Avraham. Sarai became Sarah. So we have two H that God has added. God added two H in the names and took out the Yod. My ears, prophets. Yes. And let me tell you what happened. When God took out the yod and added the hay, the yod went to the presence of God and started complaining. Let us speak. Let us have God's word to speak. And the yod started to cry to God. And he told God, he said, God, what is happening? He says, God, you have taken me away from the name of one of the most holy people. Meaning, the yod started complaining to God. He said, God, I am no longer part of the holy name because Abraham is a holy name. Now you have taken me out of that name. You have taken me out of the name of Sarai. You have taken me out of the family of blessing. And now I'm sitting here, I'm alone. The yod started complaining. And why did God take the yod and added the H? The value of yod in Hebrew, the value of the yod is 10. The yod is 10. The hay is 5. And the other hay is 5. Meaning this, 2 hay, 5 and 5 make 1 yod. So God took the yod and split the value of that yod to Abraham and Sarah. And Abraham becomes Abraham and Sarah becomes Sarai becomes Sarah. Now the yod is sitting, and the yod says, me, I'm empty now, I'm weak, I have got nothing. And it's powerful. And God did something with the yod. That letter Y, that you see like J, it's called yod, but it's like this. It's actually like a J. It sounds yo. God says, although you are now, you think I've broken you, I've made you feel like you are nothing, but I'm going to give you the greatest power, because although you are the smallest letter, but you have one of the greatest names on the earth. And God took the yod, powerful. Yes. And God took the yod and gave that yod to Yeshua. That's why the last name of Sarai, the last letter of the name of Sarai, became the first letter of the name of Yeshua. That's why Jesus is called Joshua. It's called Yeshua. This is the yod. So the yod became highly exalted. This is powerful. Some of you think you are nothing. Some of you think that God is stripping you off. But God is taking you out of this thing that you think that is a blessing. Maybe this thing is a job, or maybe this thing you think is a nice company. Maybe this thing you think is... But God is taking you out, stripping you of everything, and is going to place you in a place of abundance. In a place of abundance. That's how, when the angel came to Mary and he says, this child shall be called Yeshua. You cannot change his name. Because the yod had already cried from the days of Abraham that I want to go to a family, I want to go to a name, and God had promised that I'm going to put you into a big place. And God honored that yod and put him. The smallest letter in Hebrew is the first name, the first letter in Yeshua, in a Messiah. That's why Jesus in Hebrew is called Yeshua. This is powerful. This is powerful. Don't know what anyone is hearing me there. It's powerful. And let me tell you what Abraham was. Abraham left, when he left Aram, he went to the middle of a desert. Inside the desert, in the middle of a desert. And Abraham made a tent inside the desert. The tent had 4 sides. The tent had 4 sides, and all the 4 sides had doors. So there were doors on all 4 sides. So you can come from every direction and enter inside the tent of Abraham. Abraham planted the tent. He was a man of faith. Inside the middle of a desert. He and Sarai. Sarah was cooking the food. And Abraham was serving the people. It was like a restaurant in the middle of a desert. When you come to that restaurant, you can enter any time you can eat. People came, merchants all over the world, and they came and started eating. And when they eat, Abraham will tell you something. When you leave, Abraham will tell you that there are 2 things in the restaurant. You either pay for the food that you have eaten, which is